guys, today we're reviewing another game that I played recently. It was just a normal game, but I thought it was very exciting because the opponent was a nerd and then became a noob. Knight c3, the Vankeet opening, I played e5, taking control of the center, and they played e4. So I can't play d5. I played knight f6, and my thought about knight f6 was now I can play d5 because after takes he can takes he cannot take because I will take. So I'm just up a pawn. But then he played bishop e5, which means I can't play d5 because it's pinned. So I blocked the pin, obviously, with knight c6, developing and blocking the pin. And they played bishop c4. Now I can play d5, right? Which is exactly what happened. And d5 is actually not a great move now, because what I thought was a free pawn is actually losing a pawn, because this bishop is putting pressure on this pawn now. So after takes, you cannot take because of this. So he took and I took, I took and I'm just down a pawn. So I centralized my knight, and they did a very awkward move. Queen h5. They were probably thinking my knight is not guarding this square. So I played bishop d7, maybe planning to... actually, this was a mouse slip. I was going to play this to attack the knight, but I was like, this is also an okay move. He took the pawn, and he took the pawn, and the only move that doesn't lose a knight is this move, blocking the check, defended by the pawn and the bishop. They played, I played this move, and they played queen c3, attacking this pawn. I didn't defend it. The best move right now, right there, was probably rook c8, and they happily took the pawn. I cannot take because of this. But what they missed was now my knight is here, which means I can take the queen. I missed this. But at least I win my knight back. And so, not my knight back, it's a fair exchange. But I began to kill his position with my bishop, eating pawns and trading down pieces. Now this is actually a very good move, because, the last game I, reviewed, the guy literally just took all my pieces. But this is a dark square bishop. So I was like, I don't need to worry about this because my rook is on a light square. I castled. So I defend all these threats. And he played that. I don't know why he didn't just castle. Why did he go here? Like, I don't get it. Like, if you want to move your rook there, you just castle, right? Because moving your rook here is the same result as this. But now your king is very safe. So I don't get why he didn't do that. So he played this. And like rook ac8. Why is it not rook c8? Because both rooks can go to this square. So you need to specify which file it is. And he played what I would play right now is probably something like this. No, not this because it blunders a rook. Probably something like this because this is under attack. Instead, he played this, which lets me attack it and centralize my rook. I centralized the wrong rook. I had to centralize this rook in order to attack this bishop. And now he has a free getaway. And this pawn is protecting this bishop. And I played bishop f8. I played bishop f8 because I sensed that these are going to get into my position. And awkwardly, he took here. I don't know why he took here. That just blunders a rook. Maybe he thought my bishop wasn't here. Maybe he thought I could only take with the king. And maybe he thought the bishop was guarding it. But I took with the bishop. He took my bishop and I took the bishop. Now I'm just a rook up. Now he played d4. The best move right now is probably this because putting pressure on this pawn. I took the free pawn, and they played rook d3, attacking my bishop. I was thinking about just taking these pawns, sacrificing my bishop for 2 pawns, but instead I moved my bishop, and I took, he took, and I started taking. And I can take his rook, which I didn't see. Instead I blocked. He went on to attack my bishop, and I was like, I don't need that bishop because I'm gonna ladder mate him. So I took his pawn, and he took my bishop. I moved my king out of the way, and I took the pawn, trying to mate him. He took the pawn, and right now the best move is probably here and here. I moved here, which is also fine, but now he has this. But it's okay because I can just promote. And he took my pawn. Right now, I can literally deliver mate in 2. This. That's mate. But instead, I saved my pawn for some reason. And then I realized I could mate him. Ladder mate. If you go into the analysis, for the whole game, I was up for the whole game. Even when he was up 3 points of material, I was still winning because I could capture his queen. But, yeah. Bye guys.